Dobro Veche, Divine Pisces 222. Do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. It is Sunday, April 26th, 2020. It was really cool. I did a video with Jupiter 1111 for the Scorpio moon that's coming up. Really excited about it, and once that video posts, I will make sure that I share it on my community tab for you guys and put it in my description box. She's going to put it on her channel, and we basically talk about the energy surrounding the moon. And actually it's really interesting for me because my awakening actually happened on a Scorpio full moon, May 18th, 2019. So basically when this Scorpio moon comes around, it will basically mark 1 year, almost 1 year since my awakening, which is pretty cool. And it, basically it's a huge transformative moon. Obviously Scorpio represents transformation, death, rebirth, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a really big time to manifest. Sacral chakra is going to be active, overactive, whatever, and that can mean many things, of course, sexual energy, obviously, but it's also your creative center. So great time to manifest. And of course, I've always said sexual energy is the highest vibration out there, so if you're receiving sexual energy from your counterpart or from anybody else or whatever, use it to manifest, guys. It's a great time to do that. I feel like, though, this moon also, because Scorpio is also very, very emotional, very deep feeling sign, just in general. When we think Scorpio, a lot of times Scorpios get a bad rap, I think, but we think, brooding, jealousy, possessiveness, things like that. A lot of that kind of stuff is probably going to be highlighted as well. So just be on your guard, depending on where Scorpio is in your chart. Some of you may not have any Scorpio in your chart. But those of you who have a Scorpio moon or any of the inner planets, Mars, Venus, Mercury, whatever, be aware that it may bring out, it may amplify. Okay, so keep that in mind. I actually have a Scorpio Mars, which anybody knows anything about a Scorpio Mars, you don't. Yeah, let's just say. I think I like Jupiter 1111 said, sometimes she feels like a teenage boy. Yeah, that's about right. Sometimes, yeah. Anyway, so let's get this party started, okay? So yeah, I definitely feel right now, this is happening right now. Like, a lot of you have some illusions that are just being completely shattered around you, and you're understanding that now. Like, a lot of you were in a lot of confusion energy. You weren't really quite sure what was happening. There were things that were triggering you that you didn't understand why they were triggering you. You thought you had fixed it, but in reality you probably didn't. But it's kind of a test, really, if you think about it. It's like universe is like, okay, well, I'm going to test your theory and see if you actually are over this. Now, I will say, I recently had something happen to me that triggered the same emotional response as when my twin disconnected originally, basically a year ago. And you know what? I handled it a heck of a lot better than I did the original time. So some of you, it's like the same things are happening to test your resilience, to test your resolve, to see if you recognize the trigger for what it is. Okay? And some of you, these triggers that you've been going through have really put your ego on overdrive. Like, some of you, you're just overthinking, you're creating things in your head that don't exist. So you're literally freaking out about something that isn't real, because it's something you created. Okay? So it's time to take off that mask. It's time to deal with that illusion, okay? And stop letting that cycle continue. Okay? A lot of us create illusions because of things that have happened in the past. So stop living in the past, right? It's time to move forward. Right? Universe is guiding you forward, all right? Out of the victim mode, which a lot of you had been in because of whatever has happened, okay? A lot of victim mode coming in right now. Dark night of the soul, big time, okay? And this is ego. So it's an ego battle, right? It's an ego death, right? But this is a cycle that has been happening for a while, and I feel like a lot of you, again, you were good. You were in a good place. You felt like you were in a good place, you know? But then all of a sudden something happened. You're like, no, I'm not as good as I thought I was. You know, why can't I do anything right? What's happening here, right? Why can't I move forward, right? Well, it's because you're stuck in your illusion. Get out of it, okay? It's in that cycle. In that cycle of illusion with yourself, okay? Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself, okay? Stop selling yourself short. Stop selling yourself short. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay? There's a reason why it's coming up. There's a reason why it's happening. Okay? And I think it's important to remember, guys, that the universe knows what it's doing. Source knows what it's doing. Okay? When it's pushing you in a particular direction, when it's telling you to take action on something, it's telling you to do something, do it. Trust it. Okay? Trust. It's huge right now. Okay? And it's like, even though, you know, we know, those of us who are on this journey, we've had evidence that everything is fine, that everything works out for the best. For some reason, we just have a hard time trusting that sometimes. Okay? So again, it's a test of faith and it's a test of trust, which you can't have one without the other. You can't. Okay? All right, so Divine Masculine. Oh, we got some union energies coming in here, but I feel like this, you know, I feel like we've been getting a lot of the 10 of Pentacles with Divine Masculine, you know. Divine Masculine's been in a situation where he thought he was happy, or he, at least as far as his expectations were, was fine, right? And then started going through awakening and transformation, starting to understand, no, this is not a good situation that I'm in. It's fraught with codependency, right? It's fraught with expectation. It's not where I want to be. It's not where I want to be, okay? Regardless of the connection, not even talking about the connection right now, okay? Maybe some of you, it may have to do with the connection. But in general, Divine Masculine is recognizing the karmic situation for what it is. Okay, and he's been kind of going through that for a while. These awakenings have taken a while, okay? But it's just like they're just being pushed at this point. The universe is just like, look, you're taking too long, okay? Divine Feminine is up here. You're still down here, man. You gotta get up here, okay? And we're gonna hit you with tower after tower after tower until you get here, okay? Or you can relent. You can surrender. You can say, you know what? Yes, you're right, universe. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. And it'll be a lot easier for you, okay? So Divine Masculine right now really being hit with a lot of stuff, okay? I feel like he's getting a lot of messages from Source at this point. A lot of them probably aren't interpreting them as that. Some of them are trying to deny this, okay? Some of you may get communication, okay? I've been saying this for a while. Some of you may get communication from your counterpart, okay? Possibly as regards the karmic situation, okay? Some of you may get some truth coming forward. It may not be a pleasant truth, but it may be a truth. Okay, so just remember that, and if it triggers you, it triggers you. Figure out why it triggered you and move on, okay? It triggered you for a reason. But yeah, Divine Masculine, a lot of them are just still in denial. A lot of them are just in denial about their feelings, but Divine Masculine's been in feelings for a while. And I know I've stated this before. It's like last year was like the awakening of the Divine Feminine and the feminine energies that were coming in, okay? So I know for me, you know, when I hit my awakening, it's like I was in my masculine energy for a long time, okay? My twin triggered me back into my feminine energy, and it hurt. It hurt so bad. All of these feelings I didn't want to deal with, all of these insecurities I didn't want to deal with for however long I was in my masculine energy, just suppressing, right, came out. And I didn't know how to deal. I didn't know how to deal with it. I felt like I was losing my mind, right? And I couldn't turn it off. It was like once it was triggered, I could not turn it off. That's where Divine Masculine is right now. Once you started that awakening, it cannot stop. It continues, okay? So Divine Masculine sitting here going in denial, like, I'm not strong enough for this crap. I don't want to deal with this. What are these emotions that are coming up? I don't want to deal with it at all, right? So Divine Masculine, again, just kind of going back and forth with this. Now, some of you, I said you might be getting some communication, yes. Some of you may be getting an apology from your Divine Masculine, okay? So keep that in mind. But I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines are feeling very, very guilty, and they're beating themselves up. They're beating themselves up right now. But they're kind of holding themselves back from communicating. It's like there is an urge to communicate, but they're stopping themselves. Why? Why? Because they don't want to deal with it. They don't. They don't think you're going to accept their apology, number one. Okay? Number two, they're having a really hard time forgiving themselves. Okay? And that's the hardest part, yes. The hardest part is forgiving yourself. Okay? Divine Masculine, I'm just telling you, most of you, your Divine Feminine has already forgiven you. Okay? Where's the fear coming from? Okay, but yeah, Divine Masculine just doesn't know what to do here. Okay? Doesn't know what to do about it right here. Some of them feel like if they walk away from whatever situation this is, whatever karmic situation this is, they're gonna have nothing. I'm telling you guys, they think they seriously are so much in ego right now. They think that if they walk away from a situation that is hurting them, that they're going to have nothing. So they stay there just so they can have something. Because the known, whether it's a bad situation or not, an abusive situation or not, is better than the unknown. Okay? That's where they're at right now. The unknown is more scary than the devil you know or the devil you don't. Okay? Right now, Divine Masculine is like, oh, I'm choosing the devil I know. You know? Because at least there's no surprises. Yeah. Yeah, until that tower hits. Anyway, Divine Feminine. Well, we've got the Two of Coins and the Two of Wands here, so that's really interesting. So yeah, Divine Feminine also triggered here. Triggered to stop with the games, really. Just stop. Just release the codependency. And a lot of you are doing that. A lot of you are recognizing your codependency for what it is. You're going, oh my God, you know, this last month has been horrible, and now I understand why. I have been putting myself in this cycle, this codependent cycle here. I have been putting myself through hell, right? And it's been just sitting there, festering, I think. But a lot of you are realizing, yes, you know what? I get it. I get it now. I get the illumination. I understand. Thank you, Source. Thank you for showing me the way, Source. You know, now I can get out of this, you know, lack of motivation mentality. Because a lot of you have been in a lack mentality. A lot of you are feeling like I'm losing everything. Nothing makes sense. I don't understand any of this. I'm hurting, but I don't know why. Right? So understanding the cycle and understanding what it is and what the universe here is trying to show you that you need to move through. Okay, you need to come through the darkness in order to move through the light, right? You're like, all right, I get it. Yeah, no, totally get it now. I need to make a decision. I need to move forward. I need to get myself out of this stuck energy, right? Yes, exactly. I need to release this codependency. It's no longer serving me, right? And some of you, this is bringing up some serious insecurities, opening of the heart chakra. This is going across the board, okay? Divine Masculine is feeling it, but Divine Feminine is feeling it too. Major opening of the heart chakra right now. And it hurts. I'm not going to lie. Like, some of you are also in situations where you'd rather stay there, or you had rather stay there in the past because you know it. It's familiar. It sucks. It's a sucky situation, but hey, I know, you know, like, devil you know or devil you don't. And it's difficult to release those things sometimes. It is. But you have to understand, in order to move forward, you have to release what no longer serves you. And so Divine Feminine is like, yes, okay, yes. In order to have my new beginning, I need to release this, right? In order to manifest what I want for myself, I need to release dependency on other people, on things, on whatever it is, whatever codependency is residing in you right now. Okay? Some of you have some codependencies you didn't even think you had. Okay? Codependency can come in all forms. Okay? It's not just a need of a person. It's not just a need of a thing or things or a coping mechanism. It's not just that. It's deeper than that, guys. It's deeper than that. It's seriously inner child stuff, man. Like, if you've been slacking off on your inner child work, I would definitely recommend going back to it, right? Because there's so much karma being cleared right now in these connections. Blockages have been cleared. Root chakra blockages, mainly, I feel, because the fear is being perpetuated right now, especially through the media with what's going on. There's so much fear out there. It's been keeping the root chakra locked. Okay? And the root chakra and the sacral chakra, that rules like your manifestation, your creativity. If you're held back by fear through the root chakra, you cannot manifest through your sacral. It keeps you stuck, right? So root chakra, sacral chakra, and heart chakra are being cleared right now. And honestly, those are all connected. I mean, they're all connected, but you know what I mean? Like when you have a major purge, right? Where do you fear it? Where do you feel it? You feel the fear, right? Which is connected to your root chakra. What happens? It affects your sacral, right? It keeps you stuck in lack and not in abundance, right? What happens when you're triggered, right? You feel it in your solar plexus, yeah, but you feel it in your heart chakra. And then what happens? You feel the fear. And then you feel stuck. Do you see how this works? So they're all connected. So what's happening right now with the clearing of the heart chakra, I feel there's just a lot of root chakra activity too. But a lot of those blockages are being removed. They're being cleared right now because of what's happening. Okay? And that's karma. Okay? It has to be cleared, guys. It has to be cleared. And yes, it's very painful. Especially when you don't understand it. You know? I'm one of those people, I overthink everything. Like, I have to know. I was that kid that always asked why. Parents didn't like it, but I always wanted to know why. Like, I had to have a reason. Sure, I'm okay following your rules, but I need to know why I'm following this rule. Do you see how this goes? So that's a bad habit I've had to break. It's like, universe, I understand. I understand that you have a plan for me. I understand that this is hurting for a reason. Can you tell me why? And then the answer doesn't come. Why? Because I need to release it, regardless of why. Just because I don't understand the reason doesn't mean there isn't a reason. Do you see how this works? All right, so taking a look at the connecting energies right now, guys. Yeah, I mean, I feel sexual energy is returning big time in these connections right now. Okay, especially with this Scorpio moon coming in. Okay, I definitely feel just like in general the sexual energy is coming back, and I feel like it's strong. It's really strong. Use it to manifest, guys. Use it to manifest. I'm telling you. Okay, it's time, especially right now. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I feel. Don't you love technology? I love when it skips. It's great. Anyway, so just a lot of you have been urged to release the connections. And a lot of you have done that. Okay? Some of you, are in denial about the connection still, but the connection is still there. It's not going anywhere, okay? It just happens to be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, okay, so you have your counterpart and you have you, all right? And you each have your own little path you have to do, your own little trial, your own karmic clearing, so to speak, before you can come together. And that's what's happening right now, okay? So releasing the connection doesn't mean giving up on it. That's completely different, okay? So don't even comment that. I'll delete it, okay? You're not giving up. You're not. You're just releasing the connection. You're accepting the connection for what it is now. And dealing with your own crap, right? But yeah, I mean, just feel like a lot of towers have hit recently, and that's the reason, is because there's karma being cleared in the connections, okay? Things are being rebuilt right now. Transformations are happening, okay? Third parties are ending. Believe it or not, fulfillment is coming, okay? Fulfillment is coming, whether you're with your person or not. They have free will. They don't have to. No, they don't. But keep in mind, I mean, if that's the case, if your counterpart's not stepping up, somebody else might. Okay? There is a plan B. Okay? So some of you may have somebody else coming in to help you in one way or another. Okay? And you can still have union with your counterpart. You can still have union with your counterpart. There are counterparts, there are twin flames out there that are not romantic, like, at all. Like, there are twin flames out there that are friends. There are twin flames out there that are, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's a soul connection, and you are the same soul, but it's not always romantic. It's not. Okay, so keep that in mind. And there are no rules, really. When you're talking about the universe, there are no rules. But yeah, I mean, the karma needs to be released first. Yeah. So this energy that's coming in, this longing energy, which I felt a couple of days ago, start to return. Okay, it's actually coinciding here with the sexual energy. All right. So whenever you go through a dark night of soul, especially divine masculine, when divine masculine goes through dark night of soul, you can usually tell because you feel the strong sexual energy. Okay, so I feel like some of you might be going through a dark night of the soul, but some of you are trying to resolve that too. Some of you are recognizing, again, recognizing it for what it is and trying to resolve it and work through it, and that's good. So, you know, those of you who are in that space, who are actually in that space of understanding what you need to do, even if you don't understand why you're feeling what you feel, I mean, that's good. That's good. That's movement. That's forward movement. So just go with it. Okay. All right, let's get some messages. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sexual energy returning. Yeah. It's all those towers, man. Yeah. And, you know, also keep in mind, I mean, if your counterpart is still trying to work it out with a karmic situation, look, they have their own lessons they need to learn here. There's a karmic debt that needs to be repaid in some of these connections. Okay? They're trying to be better people. Believe it or not, they're trying to be better people, so don't judge your counterpart. Okay? Denial coming in really strong here. Okay. All right. Messages and advice from Source. Yeah, I told you guys, like, karmic cycles are ending right now, man. Karmic cycles and cycles within the connection. And you can have a karmic cycle with your counterpart. Okay, so keep that in mind. Yeah, self-worth issues coming in really strong. Insecurities coming in really strong, guys. Okay, so just please remember, you are worth it. Okay? It says believe in the impossible, but I don't believe in the impossible because I don't believe anything is impossible. So basically just have faith, okay? Just have faith that the energy is gaining momentum because it is. Movement is happening. It's always happening. But yeah, the emotions are definitely running high right now, guys. I'm telling you that heart chakra opening, it can be very, very painful, especially if you've been in your masculine energy or if you are a masculine who's predominantly in the masculine energy. Opening of the heart chakra can be incredibly, incredibly painful. Okay? But you're going to get through it. Everything's going to be fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.